Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you for tuning in today. On today's show, we are learning all about the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum's 50th anniversary. They are celebrating with the Jubilee, a Great Gatsby ball, and their annual festival. It's a big party and you're invited. Then Longe Optical joins me in studio to share about their innovative eyeglass technology and how they strive to give great customer service at their 6 Fort Wayne locations. And later, our Best Reviews team breaks down how to make your life easier with top-tested products. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
The Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum is celebrating 50 years, and they have so many incredible events happening this week. And here to share all about it is Jonah Chrismore, who is the Director of Marketing and Communications. Hello, Jonah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a huge accomplishment for the community and everything to have supported an organization for 50 years.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. And I know this is such a big attraction in Auburn. I had the opportunity to come out last year, and the museum is beautiful. All of those really cool cars, and just people get an experience there. So before we dive into your whole celebration week, let's just talk about the museum. Give us an overview of what people really experience when they come out.
Well, you're going to experience a piece of Indiana transportation history you can't experience anywhere else. It's the only museum that actually is located in the same space as a showroom of where those automobiles were made and sold to dealers all throughout the world through the 1930s. So, and then it's just an amazing feat that people are still interested in these vehicles, you know, 70, 80, sometimes 100 years later. And it's just a really big asset for the community in DeKalb County.
Yes, which is so great. And so to kick off this celebration, starting tonight, you all have this huge 50th Jubilee. So tell me about that.
Yeah, for our Jubilee, we're going to be having music and speakers throughout who represent the history of the museum. Where Fort Wayne Dance Collective is going to be there to kind of take people on kind of a journey through the different exhibits and kind of expressing the history of the museum through dance and music, which is really exciting. You know, it's something that is, whether you've been to the museum once or you've been there a dozen times, it's something where you can celebrate and really feel the love of the museum and the community that has supported us.
Yeah, so that's nice. Experience it through dancing. I like that part. Okay, so let's talk about the actual dancing ball that's taking place, the Great Gatsby ball, which sounds so much fun, and I believe that it's going to be flapper themed.
Yeah, so Saturday at 7 o'clock, we're going to have our Gatsby Gala ball, which is really just kind of a celebration of 1920s. You know, we have a beautiful Art Deco showroom that really harkens back to the era. And so we're going to have the New Millennium Jazz Orchestra. They're going to be playing dance music from that time period all throughout the night. Yeah. And people just want to dress, and we're going to be serving cocktails from that time period and everything. So it's going to be a really fun and exciting time for everybody.
Yes, throw it back to us like the 20s, right?
Yep.
The flapper time, and you got to do the I would get up and do it, but I love a good theme and a party, so that sounds like so much fun. So this is taking place on Saturday, and so do people, do they need to get tickets in advance? Do they purchase them at the door? Are you sold out? What's happening?
So we're not sold out,
Okay.
So if you want to buy tickets for the Gatsby Gala, tickets are going to be available at the door and on our website, which is automobilemuseum.org.
Okay, awesome, and we'll put that website below so people can go to there and get those tickets. Okay, so the big, more long-term event is the festival that's taking place. And this is an annual event, so people look forward to it each year to come out and to see the cars. So tell me about the ACD Festival.
So the festival is it's been also going on for many decades now. It is, you know, a time for the ACD Club to get together, show off all their great vehicles. All throughout downtown Auburn, there's going to be all sorts of meetups, concerts, all sorts of ways in which people can come, see these cars up close, and kind of see them also how they're intended to be, which is driving around town.
Yes. Okay, so people will be able to drive them or watch them being driven?
They're well watching them to be driven, but you know, there's a chance if you find somebody who owns their own Auburn Cord Duesenberg, and you know, maybe they'll let you come in for a ride.
Pitch a ride, just put your thumb out. Can I hop on board? That is so fun. So when I was there last year, I got an opportunity to ride in one, and it just really takes you back.
Yeah.
You know, you just are cruising around the streets, and it's so cool just to see the functionality and the buttons and just how these original cars, what people drove back in the day.
Yeah, and it's something that's cool that goes back to the history of this of the cars in the museum is just the fact that, you know, they were breaking ground through engineering, through design, through creating front-wheel drive on a mass-produced vehicle. You know, all these things were kind of developed in Auburn, and you can kind of see that still in the vehicles today.
Yeah, that is cool. And so when people come out to the festival, will there be like guided tours and like education where people can learn more about each type of vehicle and kind of take them on a journey?
Well, you can do that at the museum. You can do that definitely. Is the festival's a great time to do that, but you could do that any time at the museum. Also, there's going to be various different events that various different parts of the festival are putting on. That's actually, you can go to acdfestival.org and find out the schedule of those events. And then, of course, on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m., there's the big parade of classics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because this is a 4-day festival. So it's today, Thursday through Sunday.
Yes, you know, and it's going to, Sunday, you know, there's a big event for the club where they get awards and things like that. It kind of culminates in a great way of everybody kind of cheering each other on and showing appreciation for the cars they brought to the festival this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think the weather's going to be great, so it's going to be a good opportunity to enjoy the outdoors. Okay, well, thank you so much, Jonah.
All right.
And again, congratulations on 50 years.
Oh, thank you so much.
And if you would like more information about the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum and all of their festivals taking place, remember tonight is the Jubilee, this weekend is the festival, and then on Saturday is the Great Gatsby Ball. We'll have all of that information listed below. Check it out. And I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Longe Optical. Longe Optical offers 6 different locations around Fort Wayne for your eyeglass, contacts, and optical needs. They are also proud to offer high technology and innovation. Here to share more is Josh Quintana, who is their general manager. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Good. Okay, so this is a very known optical brand around Fort Wayne. How long have you been around?
Longe Optical is celebrating 75 years this year.
Oh my goodness,
yes,
that is
always
huge.
a local company, started right here in Fort Wayne.
Yes, and so what can people really expect when they come into each of your location? Like, what do you want for them to feel throughout their eyeglass experience?
Well, in its simplest form, our mission is to help people see clearly, at work, home, and play, but we want you to remember how we made you feel as well. So we want to give you an excellent pair of glasses. We want you to be super confident in the way you look, but we also want you to walk out going, wow, I've never had an experience like that. That was amazing.
Yeah, and so I know that being innovative and utilizing technology is a really important forefront for you all. So tell me, how do you all integrate new technology in the space of glasses and contacts?
So the industry as a whole over the last few years has been kind of revolutionized when it comes to digital technology. Obviously, digital is in everything. You hear things like digital and AI and all that stuff. For the longest time, lenses were manufactured a certain kind of way. And so when Longe Optical was purchased by Chuck Surak a few years back, the idea was, okay, how do we make this better? How do we make things the best for the guests when they come in? And the solution there was going all in on digital technology. So being able to customize a pair of lenses for a person. It's similar to like when you walk into a Macy's or any store, you walk in and you pick an XL or you pick a small off the rack. That's typically what you would get at most optical places.
Right.
At Longe Optical, it's like going to a tailor. You're going to go in, there's going to be specific measurements that are taken for you. The lenses are going to be created specifically to your face shape, your prescription, and what that customization is for you versus picking something off the rack. So it's just a completely different approach to a pair of eyeglasses.
Right,
Something as
yeah.
simple as eyeglasses can be done in a way that's customized and tailored to you personally.
Right. And so do you do like a digital mock-up?
Yeah, so
Really?
it's kind of
Okay.
interesting. So when you walk in this, you go into the stores, you know, you get your exam, you pick out your frames, you're really happy with your selection, and then you walk over to this crazy looking machine that, you know, you put the glasses on, you walk up, you're staring, and this kind of wraparound photo is done. And it is taking the measurements of how those glasses fit on your face. It's called position aware. So it's not just dotting pupils and checking a PD. It's literally looking at how those glasses are fitting on your face. And so then you get to look at, you know, these, you know, measurements with your face and these glasses, and there's lines going through everything.
Yeah.
But our opticians are able to look at that and basically go, okay, these are great measurements. We're going to use this to send to our lab. So kind of a different process. It's not, you know, the old pen and, you know, dotting the eyes. This is something that's all digital, that's done through the latest technology offered through Zeiss.
So is this a new technology? How long have you had it?
Yeah, so we have had the digital technology now for about 7 to 8 years. It's been a while
Okay.
now. We have recently reinvested in the latest versions of
Yeah.
some of this equipment. So our commitment is to continue to go down that path to offer the best for everybody here in Fort Wayne.
Right. And this is offered at all 6 of your locations?
All 6 locations,
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
Yep, all 6 locations are fully digital. It's the only technology we offer.
Okay, and so let's talk about some of the other products that you offer. Okay, so of course, eyeglasses, contacts, but then eye exams, which are really important. And so
Yes.
do you offer anything else outside of those?
So when you come in to do your eye exam, we try to make sure that you have the feeling and you know that we are going the extra mile to make this a different kind of experience for you. We are very strategic about how we structure those exam slots. So we will not do anything faster than a 30-minute exam slot. What that basically means is that you as the guest, when you walk in, you should know ahead of time that we're not going to be rushing the process. It's not a numbers game for us. How many can we get in today? It's we're going to give you an adequate amount of time so that by the time you get into the exam lane with the doctor, he or she has plenty of time to be able to do that exam thoroughly, to really focus on the medical side. Because of our digital technology, they have a lot of tools in there to be able to really zero things in when it comes down to your prescription. But the prescription is really a small portion of what that exam really needs to be about. We want to make sure that the eye health is okay. There are so many things that can be seen, pun intended, about your body through the eyes, and we
Right.
want to make sure that the doctors have adequate amount of time to be able to do that, because it's more about a pair of glasses. It's about the overall health of your eyes and the rest of you.
Right. Yeah, I actually did have that experience. I can't remember which location I went to because I wear contacts and glasses. I think it was up north, but the female optician, she was so thorough. Like I learned so much. She did these exams and really took me through an eye journey, and she brought in these scans and she was like, I want to show you what this means and
Yes.
you know what to look out for, not now but later. And I was really impressed because I've always worn contacts and glasses my entire life, but I hadn't had such a thorough exam. And so I do see what you're saying there. I experienced that.
That's a big part of it. It's not just about, again, getting a prescription and walking out. Like, you should be educated about your eyes and your eye health.
Yeah.
So much of it, so many conditions can be prevented, obviously. So the education part serves as not only like a platform for you understanding, you know, about your eyes, but also a platform for eye health and how do you maintain, you know, your eyesight and keeping your eyes healthy, because eyesight is one of those things that once it goes, you can't get it back. You can
Right.
correct it, but it's not something that is ever going to come back at 100%. So
Yeah.
why not take care of them? One other thing I'll add is our eyes are being put under stresses and strains nowadays that are just completely different than 20 and 30 years ago.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
all
that
of us are doing
technology.
this all day long or this all day long, and that is putting different strains. There's multiple studies that are coming out showing the impacts of digital eye strain
Yeah.
and things that are changing. So it's important for us to be able to educate you on those things, but also as a company keep on the forefront so that we're offering the best solutions for you.
Well, one more.
Yep.
Those gamers.
Yep, yep.
Not just kids anymore.
Yep,
There are
yep.
some adult gamers.
I may be guilty of some of that.
Okay, great. And so would you say that those things really is what sets you apart and kind of differentiate you from your competitors, or is there something else?
If I would summarize it, I think it's the care, it's the experience. You know, obviously, you know, there's the side of the job that needs to be done, but we also want to make sure that you have the best time while you're with us and you learn the most and you feel the best about that experience.
Yeah.
And then the other part is, you know, selection. You know, so We want to make sure that it doesn't matter who you are when you walk in the door, doesn't matter what amount of money you're planning to spend, there's going to be a frame in that store for you. And so we have selections that start at $99 and they go all the way up to, you name it. There's Cartier in the store, so if you want to go that route, you can go that route.
Right.
But there's something in there for everyone. We take a lot of time to really curate what is in the locations. There's a new, kind of a new phrase in fashion that's coming out called quiet luxury. And I love it because it's like, it's meaning that some people want a product that is like high quality, really, really made well, but it doesn't have a big label on the side. So it's about the quality and the craftsmanship of the frame versus, the big logo on the side.
Right.
And I get it, I have big logos on the side of some of my frames too. That's for, this day of the week. But, so we're trying to look into those things and make sure that you as the guest, when you walk into the store, you have a selection that you look at and you go, I can see myself in this pair of glasses. And if it's not in one store, we'll try to find a way to see if it's in another.
So learn something new. I personally do like a little something on the side.
Yeah,
Why not?
It's just different.
But I love the
options. It speaks to people's taste.
Right.
There's something in there for everyone. So if you want high-end, handcrafted, but there's no logo on it, it's there.
Yeah.
If you want the flash, it's there. If you want the logo, it's there.
Yeah,
it's all there for you, Longe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, thank you so much, Josh, for sharing about your organization. And really, we're going to go deeper and actually look at this technology in the next couple of weeks. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you.
Visiting our lab here in Fort Wayne.
Yes. And if you would like more information about Longe Optical, we'll have their website listed below. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Longe Optical.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
From school events to working late at the office, most of us are looking for easier ways to get things done. Olivia Horton is standing by with the top tested products for making your life easier from Consumer Resource Best Reviews.
With school back in session, many parents find themselves short on time and with a long list of things to do. Joining us now with the top tested products to make your life a little bit easier is Senior Director of Content Operations from Best Reviews, Jacob Palmer. Jacob, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. This time of year can get so hectic, it can feel overwhelming as all those responsibilities come back. So we brought some things that'll make each part of life a little bit easier.
And I know all of the new moms and dads out there want to make their life easier, and this gadget is going to do just that.
Yeah, and so I've been testing this in the Best Reviews testing lab with my own, infant daughter, and this was by far our favorite product for parents because it just made a hectic time that much easier. It's the Baby Brezza, and what it does is it makes a formula bottle for you. So as any new parent will tell you, the baby starts crying, she's hungry, she wants that bottle now. You need to get it to the right temperature, you need to get it to the right amount. This can do all of that with the touch of a button, so it's one of our favorite recommendations for parents that want to simplify their process.
Love that. That's helpful for the parents, but so is this tablet too.
And this is great for the parents of, with bigger households, with families that, need to manage their schedules. It's all moving parts. When sports get going, they need to go this way, the other ones need to go that way.
Yeah.
So this will help you manage your schedule and make sure that everybody's on time. And then for the dads out there that are obsessed with, is the thermostat being touched and are the lights being left on? If you set this up with the Google Nest Smart Thermostat and then also use smart light bulbs, you can check from anywhere or right from there what light bulbs have been left on, where are we at in terms of the temperature in the house. So it's also an ultimate piece of product for the dads out there as well.
I love that. My mom and dad probably could have used this a long time ago because I used to leave the lights on a lot. Now, another gear for the house, this is going to help everybody with the cleaning.
Yes, and nobody wants to clean, right? So what we've seen in the last few years is an explosion in popularity for things like robotic vacuums. Well, this is a robotic mop, and it's from the same company that makes the Roombas, which is iRobot, and this is the Brava Jet. And it's so cool if you have that toddler that's on the high chair and throwing everything down on the vinyl floor, tile, whatever, hardwood. This is perfect for that. But also, if you have more rugs or carpeting, we've done a ton of testing on robotic vacuums and would recommend a ton there too. The Eufy is a great budget option to check out.
Well, that's going to save you time on cleaning, but what about saving you time at the gym, Jacob?
And when the responsibilities start stacking up, what's the first thing to go? It's usually going to the gym and getting a good workout in. So this Bowflex adjustable dumbbell is one one of our favorite recommendations because it's versatile enough that if you only have about 10 minutes that you can squeeze in, you can get a solid workout in. So we absolutely love this thing. And the prices exploded on them in 2020, but they've come down now, so they're available and not that expensive either. So love the Bowflex adjustable dumbbell.
And I know all the kiddos are going to love this next one. This Ninja over here actually makes ice cream, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so this is from Ninja. It's called the Creamy. It's hugely popular on TikTok. We've been testing it a ton. We've been testing it to try to see if we can make even ice cream flavors that are a little bit gross. But what ended up happening was, as long as you got enough sugar, as long as you got enough whole milk, as long as you got some vanilla extract, it's going to be delicious. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about simplifying the life. Once school starts, the kids feel like, things aren't as fun anymore. This will help you simplify making fun again on those weeknights even. And it's really a ton of fun figuring out how to get that perfect texture and how to get that perfect flavor when it comes to making your own ice cream.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for all of these helpful products that I know will make people's lives so much easier. We appreciate it.
And thanks so much for having me.
Of course. If you'd like to shop any of these products from Best Reviews, just scan that QR code on your screen.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on WANE.com.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. It's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.